My name is Armknecht, and I am an English major and a history minor. And I'm really excited to talk with you today about how my undergraduate career as an English major and history minor has taught me lessons of empathy, which have not only helped me my undergraduate career, but also just helped me figure out my focus and my purpose. And as an English major and a history minor, something that we as English major all know is that we really do focus on texts. We focus on stories, we focus on literature, and that is something that I have really gained a lot from my courses and the books that I've been able to read, is learning how to put myself in another person's shoes, another person's experience, and try to understand them. And that has been really beneficial for me, not only with English classes, but also in history, where you're experiencing with different cultures as well, different time periods, and trying to put those, be able to understand them on their level. And one of the most influential books or texts for me in my undergraduate career is actually William Shakespeare's A Winter's Tale. And I learned so much in that story about grace and about redemption, about forgiveness. If you haven't read it or seen it, I recommend that you do. It's phenomenal. But something that I learned in there is honestly that none of us deserve anything. And we certainly don't deserve the grace that we really need. And so as I read this tale, I was able to really internalize these lessons and be able to take them into my other classes and also across the globe. For example, when I had a study abroad experience at Cambridge, England, and it was an entirely new experience for me with different people from different backgrounds, different beliefs, different cultures, and I was able to connect with them. I was able to make some really deep friendships with these people because I was trying to practice what I learned and about empathy and about making these friendships and connections. And these connections and this ability for empathy was only deepened on my mission to Donetsk, Ukraine. And this was an entirely different experience as well, where I was put in a very different foreign environment, foreign language, and having to learn how to communicate with these people and learn how to love them for who they are. And of course we have these experiences with religion, with the mission and everything, but also I was able to connect to them through their own culture and through their literature. I had read Crime and Punishment. I could talk to them about Crime and Punishment. I knew about the effects of World War II. I could talk about these effects with them. And they really appreciated it. And they opened up to me. And they told me their own stories as well. And I learned so much hope from them, especially from the women there, about even though they had a dark past in Eastern Ukraine, they were sources of light. And their stories gave me hope. And they gave me confidence. And so I was able to transfer skills from my BYU experience to Ukraine, and I hoped also to bring experiences from Ukraine back when I came to BYU. So I came back to BYU, felt calm, confident, and I had an idea I wanted to have empathy. And then I get back to the actual world, and I'm actually I don't know what I want to do. My entire career goals had changed. What I want to do had entirely changed. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But I knew I wanted to make a connection still and be with people. And so I just took classes, I reached out to professors, I talked to them, and I actually had a really wonderful experience with one professor, Dr. Hedges, actually in the church history department. And I was just talking to him about a connection I had made between the reading and the class and something in bigger church history. And he talked to me, after class, he's like, Megan, he's like, have you ever considered being a history professor? And it was like a light bulb went off. I'm like, actually, yeah, that's what I want to do. And as soon as I made that decision, I built on connections with Dr. Hedges, but also other people in the English department and in the history department, and I was able to make a plan and have opportunities that helped prepare me for graduate school, research assistantships, teaching opportunities, conferences. I was able to talk with, for example, Dr. Rudy in the English department and about a similar interest that we both had, and just be able to work with her and other girls on fairy tales and television. And this is a conference in Santa Fe. And just building those connections, it seemed as though, like this quote says, that the universe was conspiring in my favor, because I had the experiences before and before Ukraine, during Ukraine, and after that were building on each other. I was able to find my purpose and know what I wanted to do and work for that. And I don't consider myself self-made. I think that all these experiences together really have been because I have taken initiative, but also because I have a desire to help people, honestly, and to help other people understand the importance of stories and how those stories build us. And this picture here is one of my favorite pictures. It's called She Will Find. And I love it because it has all these heavenly beings, these angels, but they are helping this woman. And I just love it because all these connections here, but she still has to go forward and do and fulfill her purpose and do what she wants to do. And it does take faith, but it is worth it. And I'm really grateful for all these experiences. Thank you.